This is the Limo Show.
This is not another story. This is not another drill. I refuse to be another number.
I'm going to show you how to predictably attract, obtain, and retain high-quality women. And that without wasting your money, without wasting your time, without having to sacrifice your other goals, and without pretending to be someone you're not. So I'm going to also show you how I went from getting almost like no dates, 0 dates, and relying on luck to having predictable success with women. And so I'm going to show you the whole dating success journey, so stick with me. And these systems, these methods that I'm going to show you, they work because I've helped hundreds of guys like yourself to skyrocket their dating lives. Guys who initially, they weren't getting any dates or they were getting very few dates. And then after a few weeks of applying the right systems, now they're getting 2-3 dates a week and they're getting an abundance of women. So let me ask you this. Like, how would you like to be able to date 2, 3, 4, even 5 high quality women every single month consistently? Like, how would your life be different if you had all the systems and all the skills you needed to be able to date any woman you desire? Like, would that be worth it to you? Like, if you could just date 3 amazing new girls like this month, wouldn't that be worth it to you? Well, stick to this video. And my goal is to also show you how to potentially find a long-term partner as well. So if you want to find a long-term partner or you want to have a long-term relationship, a girlfriend, well, stick to this video because I'm going to show you exactly how my clients do it. Lars, for example, he was getting like 5 dates a week at some point when he was working with me, and then he found a girlfriend. Even if you want to have a monogamous relationship someday, like, you probably have to date a bunch of ones first anyways. You're not going to land on your perfect girl from the get-go. Like, if you want to find a good one these days, you probably need to date a bunch of ones first. And the harsh truth for most guys, like for most men, is that they're constantly chasing women. They're constantly being the chasers or the chosen. They're never the choosers. That's the thing. And if you want to separate yourself from 99% of the guys, you need to learn the right systems to become a chooser. Instead of being a chaser, you're going to become a chooser. And most men have a strategy for other areas of their lives. Like, most men have a strategy for going to the gym or working on their business or their career. Like, they have a strategy for other areas, but when it comes to dating, they have no idea what they're doing. Or maybe they're doing a few things, but it's not efficient, right? And what you have to understand is that the dating world has changed. Like, right now, the dating market is way more competitive. Like, hot girls and beautiful women, quality women, they have more options than ever. Like, right now, if you open like a hot girl's DMs, like on Instagram, you'll find hundreds of messages from guys all over the world texting her, giving her attention. And, she's receiving comments and likes and all sorts of attention from guys without doing anything in return. And so nowadays, women receive so much attention from men that, our attention as a man doesn't hold much value anymore. Right? And that's why I always say that, there's a sexual Darwinism taking place right now. Like, with social media and with dating apps, women are more picky. They're more discerning than ever. And what worked before, like, for example, in the 70s or in the 80s or in the 90s, is different than now. Like, you can't do the same things as in the 80s or the 90s or even early 2000s and expect the same results right now, like this year. Right? Like, right now, with social media, with dating apps, with all of that, social media started around 2010, something like that. Like, with the globalization of the dating market, women are a lot more picky and there's new rules that apply. Right? Now, women are really looking for the top tier guys. They won't settle for average anymore. And so you really need to stand out. And that's why since 2008, the number of sexless men under 30 has tripled, right? And the proportion of incels between the age of 22 and 35 has also increased like crazy. So beautiful women have endless options all the time. And most guys, that's exactly the opposite. And now a beautiful woman can just connect with the millionaire on Instagram and he can fly her out on his yacht in Dubai or in Monaco, whatever, right? And so right now there's huge competition, and if you want to obtain the top tier woman, then you need to. And so if you want to obtain top tier woman, then you need to engage in the right practices. And what worked before won't work nowadays. Either you adapt or you stay behind. And so if you don't have the right systems and if you don't have the right practices, then you're simply going to be left out you're going to settle for average women, and you're probably going to have subpar options, right? And I love this quote from James Clear. He's the author of Atomic Habits. And he says, "You do not rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems." And that's absolutely true. And so myself, if you don't know me, my name is Limo. I help entrepreneurs and professionals like yourself transform their dating lives using predictable systems and practices. So if you want to live life on your terms, and if you want to have extraordinary success with women, having an extraordinary dating life, then this is for you. So stay here, take some notes if you can, close all the tabs and close your phone and just pay attention to this video. Focus on this video. All right. So let's talk about the dating success journey. Now, when it comes to dating success, guys go through levels. Guys go through multiple stages. So what I found is that stage one is really the amateur stage. In stage one, a guy who's stuck in stage one, he's lonely, he's frustrated, he's confused. Maybe he's watching a couple videos on YouTube. He's seeing girls every day in his daily life. He's seeing girls walking by, girls at the gym or at the grocery store, or whenever he walks the street, he sees some girls that he wants to approach, but he doesn't have the confidence to do that. He has very low confidence. He doesn't know what to do. And he has no dating life. Like, he just relies on luck. Sometimes a girl might choose him. Like, let's say he gets drunk and goes to a nightclub, and for some reason, magically, a girl comes and a girl starts giving him attention. Well, that's like once every few months or every few years. But he doesn't have a strategy, and he always settles for less. And he has an average lifestyle. He's not really taking action, and he's just relying on luck. And this also kind of, this affects his work as well. He's not able to focus well. He's always in his head focusing on dating or stuff, or the lack of dating. And so it takes a lot of mental energy. And he has a weak online presence as well. And so the culmination of all these factors make it so that he doesn't really have a dating life at all. And so now the second stage, stage two, is the beginner level. So in this stage, this is where the guy understands that he needs to take action. So he takes a bit of action. He starts to approach women a bit. Maybe he gets a few wingmen, and he tries to learn pretty much everything by himself a bit. Like he watches videos, reads a few books. Maybe he bought a few courses or something. And, he's trying to get a few dates, but it's still low quality. Like, he doesn't have a very optimized online presence. He relies on dating apps too much. When he approaches women, he's not really able to create like powerful conversations, and the girls end up flaking on him or whatever. And he has trouble retaining women. He's not able to retain women, whether short-term or long-term, even like fuck buddies. And he's dating mainly like low-quality girls, and he has trouble focusing on work as well. So that's kind of beginner. Like, he's getting a few dates. It's better than the amateur. He's taking a bit of action, but still he's not there yet. And then you have the advanced. And this is stage 3, level 3. And this is the guy who masters it all. Like, he has dates whenever he wants, so he's able to get dates whenever he wants. His game is on point. He knows what to do. He has a high status online presence, Instagram mainly. He has a thriving social circle, a thriving lifestyle. He's able to get dates consistently. And instead of optimizing for quantity, he optimizes for quality and retention. So unlike the beginner or the amateur, he doesn't need the validation from all the girls. And so he's not going to settle for less than he deserves. Because the beginner, for example, because he needs sex too much, because he's not getting a lot of sex, he's going to settle for a very average girl and still going to have sex with an average girl. But when you're a bit advanced, you've had so much abundance already that you're not going to settle anymore. You're just going to optimize for quality, for retention. You want to retain women better, and potentially you want to have a girlfriend. And this guy can easily focus on his career now. He can easily focus on his business because he knows what to do. And he's in abundance romantically. And even financially, he's in abundance as well. And so I'm going to show you how to go through these stages in this training. So in this free training, you're going to learn, number one, the new rules of the dating market and how to win big with women. Number two, how to get 3 dates per week like clockwork. And number three, the exact proven system to get there within the next few weeks. Okay, so who is this training for? It's basically for guys who are single and who are unhappy with their relationships. It's for guys who think they're okay with girls, but they really don't have a clear strategy or system. And it's also for guys who they consider themselves pretty good, but in reality, like, yeah, they know they can do better and they know that there's a next level. Right? And so if that's you, stick to this. Now, I just want to give you a quick background so you can understand how I got there myself, and then I'll show you how to get there. So first of all, who the fuck am I? If you don't know me, let me introduce myself. So I'm Limo Oueslati, if you don't know me. I'm the founder of Higher Self Circle, through which we help hundreds of guys all over the world to skyrocket their dating lives. I actually became one of the world's youngest dating coach at the age of 21 when I was living in Canada. I got featured on Canadian TV back when I was there, and they were actually like filming me, etc., picking up girls and all of that. It was a long time ago. And I've helped thousands of guys all over the world to skyrocket their dating lives. I held many seminars, like live seminars all over the world. And this is how things started for me. So basically 8 years ago, I had trouble attracting the woman I truly wanted. And at the time, back in the day, I was confident enough to talk to average girls, like girls that I considered below my league. But with a girl that I truly liked, I've always had like trouble actually going up to her and knowing what to do and how to attract her, right? And so I knew I needed to master this skill. If I wanted to have higher quality woman, if I wanted to actually get the woman that I deserved, I knew that I needed to work on this. And that's what I wanted. I wanted to have real options. And so I tried dating apps by myself. I tried, swiping, and I wasted hours swiping. And I would get a few matches, but it would be with like dead ends and flaky girls and all of that. And so then after some time, I saw a couple videos on YouTube and stuff like that. And that gave me a bit of confidence to try cold approaching women. So I tried cold approaching a little bit. It was very awkward. I would end up in very platonic conversations, and yeah, I was kind of stuck. But then I quickly realized that success with women can be mastered. Like, I don't need to stay at my level. Like if I'm at stage 1 or stage 2, I can go to stage 3 and to the next level. Like if I wanted to get better results, I know that I needed to get better at this skill, right? I needed to learn, right? So what I did is I started surfing on the internet more, finding the right people. I really became obsessed at some point. Like I was like every evening, I was just like on the internet looking for secrets and systems and stuff. Like I was really diving deep into like how to become a master at this. And so I started watching videos, reading books. I'm sure you guys know some of these books like The Mystery Method or The Game or stuff like that. But even with all these books, I was still not seeing the results that I wanted. So then what I did is I decided to bet on myself. I decided that, okay, I've had enough. I know that, if I want to learn this seriously, I probably need to learn from someone who can give me feedback directly. So I signed up for my very first live coaching program. And I remember at the time I was broke. My bank account was in the red, but I still invested in my first bootcamp 7 years ago. And that bootcamp actually changed my life because it was actually the first time someone gave me real feedback and gave me some new ways of thinking about all this, right? And so that's when I also started changing my mindset about money, about business, about personal development in general. And I started my first business at that time as well. I started, e-commerce businesses and all of that. And yeah, at the time also I appeared on the Canadian national TV after getting many results there, because back in Canada I was going up all the time, And people were noticing me, like, shit, this guy's always here, this guy's always getting girls. And so at some point, like, one journalist saw me, and he wanted to do kind of a documentary on that. So from then on, I became a bit more popular. I started, hosting seminars and live programs, etc., back in Canada. And then I moved, and now I have programs like all over the world. So now I meet my clients pretty much every single month, almost all over the world, in Athens, in London, in Warsaw, in Vienna. And I've done plenty of boot camps all over the world. And now, after working on this and having the right mentors, and by the way, I didn't have only that mentor, I had many mentors along the way. But after having the right systems and working on this seriously for a few years, now I can easily get dates whenever I want. I'm also a DJ, by the way, and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't want to talk too much about myself, but now I'm traveling the world, I'm building businesses, and I'm truly dating the most beautiful woman in the world. And I'm helping other men along the way. That's how I helped Ayman, for example, go from 3 dates a year to getting 3 dates a month. So that's 10x the number of dates he had, right? And this guy was a quality guy. Like, he was a surgeon, he's pretty good looking, etc. But he still didn't get dates. And so now after working with us, he's getting like 3+ dates a month every single time. Same thing with Lars, young hustler, entrepreneur, very ambitious, but still after he broke up with his girlfriend, he had like a long-term thing with his girlfriend. After he broke up, he felt rusty. He felt like he couldn't, he couldn't get dates after his breakup. And so we started working together, and after a few weeks, he was getting like 5 dates a week. Like 5 dates a week. That's a lot, right? But that's the kind of results you can expect if you have the right systems. And then, for example, Jay, he's a bit older. So this guy's in his 50s, he has a daughter, and you might be listening to this and maybe yourself, you're in your 50s or 60s. That's fine. I've had plenty of clients in their late 40s, 50s, 60s, and you can still get success. For example, this guy, he went from being divorced and having his life as a single father and really struggling to attract new women to actually getting dates consistently and finding a girlfriend after a few weeks, right? And I see these transformations happening every month. And I'm not saying this to brag. I'm saying this because if they can do it, you can do it too, right? Everything is achievable when you have the right mentors and you engage in the right actions. So now let's dive in. Okay, I want to dive in real quick right now. So what truly makes you stand out with women? Right? The first thing that makes you stand out with women is having a strong frame, a strong mindset, and having a strong understanding of female psychology. One of my previous mentors said to me, you can either work to become an excellent man, or you can work to become an excellent manipulator, and it would take you about the same effort. So I see all these guys on YouTube and online, like trying to learn some pickup lines or trying to learn like, the 5 tricks to make women instantly attracted to you, blah blah blah. Like just like they think that a pickup line or like a simple trick is gonna save them. But I don't want you to think that way. I want you to, because lines and gimmicks and all of that, that's only going to get you so far. Maybe it's going to make you have sex with a few girls, etc. But long term, it's really not going to serve you. Because when you're an excellent manipulator, like maybe you're inspiring short-term emotions and on occasions you're going to have sex, but it's not sustainable. Like a girl is going to spend a few hours with you, and then she's going to see the holes in the facade. She's going to see that you're a fake ass bitch. She's going to see that you're just using lines and you're just pretending to be someone you're not. And you're just full of shit. And then she's going to end up disgusted with herself and she's not going to see you again. So instead of learning pickup lines, etc., work on becoming an excellent man. Work towards your purpose, work on building your character, and really becoming very congruent in your personality. Like truly build a strong frame, right? Like you have to, this is something you can't fake. You can't just fake that with a line or something. You have to work on that. And when you're that type of guy, quality women are excited to come home with you. And so you don't want to become a perpetual manipulator. Instead, generally work on becoming a quality man, right? And it all starts with your frame, with your mindset, with your paradigm, right? You have to change who you are. You have to evolve in who you are, right? You have to become a next level version of yourself, right? And that's what you need in the beginning. So it all starts with yourself. right? And knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom, as Aristotle said. So really, truly reflect, like, what kind of man do you want to become? What kind of life do you want to live? What kind of women do you want to attract? And really genuinely reflect, like, who do I want to be? What kind of life do I want? What kind of woman do I want to attract? And define that for yourself. Don't let anybody else define that for you. Don't let society define that for you, right? And, you know, guys who are truly successful with women, quote unquote, like playboys or players or seducers, whatever, they build their value every day. They know what it takes to get to where they want. And so therefore they put the right actions day in and day out to get there. And they build this muscle of discipline to get there. And you know, they do what the 99% of men aren't willing to do. And so let me explain how the dating market works. Now, just imagine this. Just imagine the dating market as any other market, like the stock market, right? In the stock market, there's an offer, there's a demand. It's an economy, right? Now, in the dating market, what women want is they want to get the most desirable men. And same thing, what men want is they want to get the most desirable woman in this market. And everybody in this market has a different stock price, different stock value, right? Like, for example, like a Hollywood celebrity like Leonardo DiCaprio is going to have, you know, a higher value in this market probably than like a random dude who's not that good looking and who's just living an average life, right? Because he's much higher value, right? And so you have to start seeing yourself as a product and start really being aware of the value that you provide in this market, whether in forms of status, of social proof, of character, of looks, of like everything matters, right? And the more you can improve your value, the more chances you're going to have of attracting high quality women. If you want premium women, if you want high quality women, well, you have to position yourself as a premium man, right? So either you're cheap, mass adopted, you're just made to fit in and you're just average in this dating market, or you're like a Lambo, you're the Lambo of the dating market, like you're rare, you're shining, you're different, you stand out, right? And so that's what I want for you guys. I want you to be the Lambo of the dating market, right? And to do that, you need to work on building your value and you need to refine who you are so that you can truly stand out as well, right? Because a lot of men are good products. Like they already have a nice career, a nice business. They're already living like a pretty healthy lifestyle. They go to the gym, they engage in some hobbies or whatever. They have a few friends maybe, but they're still not getting dates, right? They're still not getting dates because even though they're a good product, their marketing sucks. They don't have the right systems. They don't have the right communication skills, right? And I love this quote from Warren Buffett, which says, if you can't communicate, it's like winking at a girl in the dark. Like you're not going to get your point across and you're not going to be able to get significant results. Like, yeah, you're a good product and that's great, but then you really need to market yourself efficiently and have the right systems, right? And the two main things that will block you from having an elite dating life are usually a lack of systems and a lack of accountability, because a lot of guys sometimes know what to do and how to do it, but they don't have the accountability to do it. They're not surrounded with the right people and therefore they don't take action, right? And so you need to have efficient systems, but then you also need to have, you know, the right peer group and the right surroundings as well. Now, universally, there are only three ways to get consistent dates, right? Either it's going to be cold approach. So you're going to have a cold approach system, which means like you're going to approach women anywhere you go, whether in the street, in a mall, in a shop, in a grocery store, at the gym. That's like daytime type of cold approach. And then you have cold approach during nighttime. So if you go to bars or clubs or restaurants, lounges, whatever, you can also approach women there. And then you need an online system. So this is the second system. So this, well, the best is Instagram, and I always recommend Instagram because Instagram is a bit higher level. But then obviously you can also get dates on dating apps like Tinder and all that. And then the third system is the social circle system. And this is going to allow you to really build an entourage in your city, really surround yourself with winners and beautiful women. And that's going to allow you to scale your network and really architect a lifestyle that's attractive to women. Right, so three universal system, you know, those three are cold approach, online, social circle. That's the only way you're going to get dates, right? And these are basically real life social hacking, because most people in the matrix or whatever, they're not aware of these systems. Like they just run on autopilot, or they just keep doing the same shit that everybody else is doing, right? And so they're not getting the same results. Like, look at my DMs. On an average day, this is like my DMs, and I get plenty of girls whenever I want with Instagram, for example, because I have a whole system, because I know what to do, right? And by the way, if you didn't follow me on Instagram, then follow me on Instagram if you haven't yet. But yeah, this is how you get there, by having the right systems, right? So now let's get down to business, right? I'm going to show you the proven system to attract, obtain, and retain high quality women. And as I said, the two things that are stopping you from getting elite success with women are a lack of systems and a lack of accountability. If you solve that, like once you know what to do and how to do it, and you have the accountability to do it, then success is pretty much inevitable. Like, you can't fail if you know what to do and how to do it, and you have the accountability to do it, and you take action, right? And the best part about this is that once you have the right systems and you know what to do and you take action, like, you're going to be able to dedicate a lot more focus and energy to your other goals. Because I see so many guys, as I said, they're like unable to focus fully on their business or their career, because dating takes such a huge amount of their mental space. Like, they're always focusing on dating. They're always, thirsty, and they always want to have sex, and they're like, it's consuming them. And so, for example, Philip, like, after a few weeks of working with me, he started getting like 4 or 5 dates every single month. And before that, this guy is a CFO of like one of the biggest companies in Germany. And before working with me, like, he was a bit overweight, he was unable to attract women, and he was employed like full-time in the corporate world, but he felt like his career was a bit stuck because of the fact that he lacked kind of the communication skills and the confidence to put himself out there. And, success with women took so much like mental space that he couldn't really fully focus on his career. Like, he had a nice position, but he was struggling, and it took a lot of mental energy. And now, after working with me, he even started his own real estate company, and he now is going to the gym, he's working out, and he's getting like a lot of dates consistently, right? And this is because what we've done is we reprogrammed his mindset. So now he has a very powerful mindset and a very strong frame. And on top of the mindset, we gave him the right systems and the right practices so that he can consistently generate dates whenever he wants. And on top of the mental reprogramming and giving him the right systems and the right practices, we obviously gave him feedback and we held him accountable. So every single week we worked with him and we made sure that he took action and all of that. And you have to understand that, improving your dating life is not just about dating, it's not just about that, like, because your life works in synergy. And one area affects the other. And so if your relationships with women suck, it's going to take on your health a little bit. It's going to take on your ability to make money. It's going to make you feel unmotivated to accomplish other things, etc. And so really it impacts every single area. And there's only 3 areas we need to master as a man. There's only health, wealth, relationships. And so if one is not on point, like, you're gonna feel a lack of fulfillment. Like, you can have all the money in the world, you can be super in shape, like super shredded, but if you get 0 girls and you're always failing with women, part of you is gonna feel like you're not fulfilling your full potential, and part of you is gonna feel like you're kind of failing, in some way, even though other areas are successful. And so you need to understand that. And dating, at the end of the day, is just communication, psychology, and economics. And so once you master those 3 things, communication, psychology, and economics, you can pretty much do everything. And communication skills are the key to having success in life. There's a great quote by Warren Buffett, which says, "The one easy way to become worth 50% more than you are now is to hone your communication skills." And I truly believe that. Like, if you can increase your communication skills by only 10%, you would easily double your income. Because if you're able to influence beautiful women consistently, like, you're going to be able to influence other men as well, like other business partners, bankers, your friends. Like, you're going to have the charisma to seduce other powerful men as well. For example, even to raise money or something. Those take the same communication skills, right? And so you need to master this. You need to become full stack. And there's a lot of guys who are one-trick ponies. Like what I call one-trick ponies is it's basically guys who only do one thing well and they don't know how to do the rest. And so that's kind of bad, because then I see a lot of guys, as I said, using online dating as a crutch because they're just unable to approach women in real life. And you don't want to be that way. You want to be a 1% man. You want to be comfortable in every situation. And you want to be kind of versatile. Like if you want to get dates online, then great. You know how to get dates online. If you want to get dates in real life and approach women in real life, then great. You know how to do that. You also have a great social circle. You have everything. You have purpose, charisma, seduction, a great online presence, a great lifestyle. You know what to do. You don't want to be a one-trick pony. You want to have it all. And so what we've done is we've replicated the same exact process with hundreds of men all around the world. And I literally have guys from all backgrounds. I have more than 500 testimonials on my website. I have guys who come from the US, from Canada, from Europe, from Africa, from Asia. And all these guys, they were exactly like yourself. Like they weren't getting a lot of dates, or maybe they didn't get the woman that they felt like they deserved. And they just wanted to have an optimized system. And, after a few weeks of working with me, soon enough, like they start getting dates consistently, right? And so if you don't have an actual step-by-step system to get there, you're probably not going to get there, and you're not going to figure it out by yourself. And so here's how to get there fast. Now, a lot of guys right now, they walk the minefield blind. Like they try to do it by themselves. They do it in isolation. They don't have any support, any community, and they lose out on a ton of girls, and they just waste time, right? But the winners, they get a proven system. And that's what I did. That's all my clients did. They give themselves every advantage possible. They learn from the best people, and they get accountability, they get support, and they surround themselves with the right people as well, with the right wingman and with ambitious people, right? And that's going to save them years down the line. And that's how they're going to start dating their dream woman, right? And so here's how it works. So if you don't know my program is called the Dating Accelerator Program. This is my main program that I have. And every single week, we're going to tackle specific systems that are going to get you there. So really, the goal of the program is to get you from no dating life or relying on luck or having very few women, low quality women, to getting an abundant dating life, predictable systems, at least 3 dates a month, or, depends on your goals. If you want to have more or less, that's up to you, but at least that, have high quality women, and really live a lifestyle that you're truly proud of. And so every week we're going to tackle specific systems. Week 1 and week 2, it's mainly going to be the foundations. Everything you need to know about female psychology, and everything you need to know about how you can really strengthen your frame and position yourself as a top tier man in the sexual marketplace. Now, week 3, we're going to cover everything you need to know about how to approach women. So exactly how to approach women the right way, exactly what to say it, how to get consistent dates in real life. And this is kind of the cold approach system. We're also going to cover the sub-communications as well, because it's not just about what you say, it's also about how you say it. Like 93% of communication is nonverbal. And so you need to master everything regarding body language, charisma, style, tonality, like everything. And so then in week 4, we're going to cover what I call the $1 million mouthpiece. And so that's basically the whole communication system, like from open to close, exactly how to have amazing conversations with women and with other people as well. But especially with women, like how to build attraction, how to build investment, how to, escalate and flirt and sexualize and really control the frame of the conversation and make her attracted to you. Week 5, we're going to cover how to close the deal. So how to close from a date or from a nightclub if you go out or whatever. Week 6 is going to be the online system. So I'm going to show you everything you need to know about how to get dates online and the whole funnel, the whole online funnel, how to text, what profile to set up, like how to set up your profile, everything. Week 7 is going to be about retaining women. So how to actually have a long-term partner and retain women and, really have women be loyal to you and be submissive to you and be in love with you. So that's going to be very, very powerful if you want to retain women long term. And then week 8, we're going to talk about social circle and networking. So how you can actually expand your social circle and network with the right people and have an abundance of quality men and quality women in your circle and really have a thriving lifestyle. And so if you want to learn more and you want to have the right systems and you actually want to get there, then simply book a call with us. There's probably a link in the description or a link just below. And that's going to allow us to discuss together, discuss your situation, discuss your goals, and really give you a game plan so that you can crush it within the next few weeks. and it's not going to commit you to anything. So whether you decide to join us or not, like, you're still going to receive a full game plan, and we're going to offer you plenty of resources on the call as well. So whether you join us or not, it's still going to be a very valuable call. So simply book a call. We'll send you plenty of resources. I'll even send you plenty of other bonuses, like my frame control PDF, my close the deal PDF, the approaching checklist, the IG secrets PDF. Like, all these PDFs, those are like 20 pages or more, like booklets basically, that I'm going to give you if you book a call. So if you book a call, I'll send them to you. So click the link below. There's probably a link below this video or a link in the description, and just book a call. That way we can discuss together. And what we're going to do is we're going to discuss your situation, and then we're going to discuss your goals. And then based on your situation and based on your goals, we're going to create a custom game plan and walk you through all the systems on the call. And this is exactly how Riley is now getting dates whenever he wants. You know, this guy is a high-level consultant, and before working with me, he was overwhelmed. He was overwhelmed with work. He had a lot of work. He was traveling a lot, but he was confused about what to do. He had no systems, and so therefore he wasn't getting any dates. And although he's pretty good looking and he has a great business, he was still kind of struggling. And so after working with us, now he's getting dates consistently, and now he has crystal clarity on what to do. He knows exactly what to do, and he can fully focus on his business. So let's hear what he has to say, actually. Let me open this quick video from Riley.
Hey, my name is Riley, and I just wanted to give a shout out and testimonial to Limo and his program called the Dating Accelerator, and just how profound and life-changing it's been in my life. So I'm a business owner, and I travel quite a bit, and I really don't have that many hours in the daytime, and trying to balance everything at once, especially with dates, was very difficult for me, whether it was going out and talking to people in person, or whether it was dating apps or anything like that. And with such short time, I really needed a consolidated system to help me bring everything together and maximize the time that I did have to do so. And before, what I found myself doing is I was just so busy that my dating life was really nil. There was really no time. I thought I had to go out, I had to go to the bar, I had to go on multiple dates before something would escalate to anything. And I just didn't know what a roadmap really looked like, especially considering I was a pretty high-performing guy. And after discovering Limo's program and working one-on-one with him, I've seen just how easy this can be, and how easy it can adopt into my current lifestyle with the minimum hours I do have in the day and during the week, and building a system of chunking things together, sending the right messages at the right times, how to build almost like a sales funnel, but on the dating side of things. Limo showed me how to do all of that, and he's just an amazing guy, and I couldn't have done it without his help. And where I am now is life changing, meeting people from all around the world, multiple dates. No matter where I go, no matter what country I'm in, no matter what city I'm in, no matter what app I'm using, it's all been extremely incredible. And I couldn't thank Limo enough. If you're somebody that's looking to expand or improve this area of your life, whether if you're a business owner, someone who's just average, working a regular 9-to-5 job, or whatever the case, Limo's system I've definitely seen is universal to everything. And I'm pretty logical and pretty a pragmatic guy, and this has been something that I've seen has just been life transforming, and everyone else inside of the community, how much it's transformed their life as well. So if you're on the fence, definitely jump on. Your life is going to change within a...
So I'm going to put pause here. And so as you can see, Riley now is getting dates consistently. He knows exactly what to do, and he's able to get dates consistently. I mean, it's that easy. Once you know what to do and how to do it, and you take the right action, you're never again gonna struggle with this. So that's pretty much it. So if you want to get dates and you actually want to attract high quality women, potentially a long-term partner, then click on the link below this video. Click on either the button or the link in the description. That way we can have a call together, and I can actually help you personally, and we can create a custom game plan together. And if you want to get the resources, if you want to get the PDFs, simply book a call and then DM me the word booked, right? So if you DM me, if you message me on Instagram the word booked when you book a call, then I'm going to send you plenty of resources via DM as well. Okay, so book your call and then DM me the word booked on Instagram, and then I'll send you plenty of resources. So I'm looking forward to hearing back from you, and hopefully we're going to see each other on the call, or maybe you're going to speak with someone from my team, and I look forward to seeing you on the other side. So hope you enjoyed the training, and see you on the other side.